Hello everyone and welcome back to my crafting world. This is Anna. I made a quick little project with the mini scalloped MDX card, and I used everything except these three tabs right here. So I used the outer layer, the inner layer, this one which is your matting piece, and then I used this tab right there. So I did use that, and let me this was, you know, one that I had put together. I didn't wind up using this particular paper, but I did use this as a, you know, as a kind of guide. So I made, let me show you, this will come back into play in a little bit. So I made, I mean, it can be whatever you want it to be. It can be a mini album, which is probably what I'll use for this for. So I only decorated the front so that the pictures could fit comfortably inside or on each page. And I just made a little stand, guys, for this little mini album. You can actually make it wider, and then maybe put one of those small calendars on the side and then pictures on this side, or you can use it as a MDX, you know, little Rolodex, if you will. So, and I did put a, what did I use? I used, what I used was the Mente Graceful. So of course I didn't use a whole lot of it because it's a small project, but I just love these colors. Mainly what I used was the cut apart, the little cut apart cards, because they were the perfect size. So I did use one of the images for the back, and then I made a really big mistake, but it really doesn't bother me too much, and I'll show you why in a little bit. But guys, I had a planner that I no longer used, and I took the little planner rings, which are these little round ones, and these are 7/8 of an inch, about 7/8 of an inch in diameter, and I found them to be perfect, because I also have the We Are Memory Keepers, the punch for your planner, the planner punch. I don't know what the actual name is, but I found that when you punch your paper, it is the exact size that you would need for this right here. It fits perfect. The spacing is just perfect. So I really didn't have to do much. I just had to measure the one side. So I cut this side out first, the left side. I cut it out, or I punched it out, and then I just slid it over, punched again, and it was the perfect size. So this is what I'm talking about, and I'll give you measurements if you're interested in making one. But it was perfect. It was perfect. All I did was cut this side out first, and then I lined it up, cut it out again, and it turned out to be the perfect you know, size for the mini decks. Look at that. Perfect. It was perfect. I mean, that was a happy accident. I was going to do binder rings, and then I thought, and I was going to use a hole punch, and I remembered I had this, so I pulled it out, and it was perfect. So if you have the little, I think it'll work with the big ones as well, because the spacing is perfect. So it'll work with the big ones. I know it will. So anyway, this is what I did. I made, I'm going to use mine as a mini album. So I am calling it a mini album. So this is my mini MDX card mini album. This is what I am calling it. So I just cut out a bow. I put a bow on the front. This is one of the little hearts that I had crocheted. And then I punched out some flowers and some leaves. I die cut the leaves, used some stickles. And then this is from an old collection as well. Create Art, that I have some chipboard stickers, and then I just put a little butterfly right there. So with the tabs, all I have to do, you know, if you want to flip through the mini album, just grab a tab and flip it, okay? So what I did wrong, guys, was my front images are upside down. I don't know what I was thinking, but they're upside down. But then again, the photo that you can put on there, the largest photo would be 2¼ by 2½. So the reason it really didn't bother me too much is because this is where the photo is going to go. Okay, so it's really going to cover that image, and so it doesn't really bother me. I mean, you know, if I make another one, I'll make sure and pay more attention. So, and then you just keep grabbing your little tabs and flipping it over. My poor bird is upside down. And then, isn't that paper gorgeous? So that's why it really didn't bother me too much. I mean, you could do a photo here and some journaling on the front, or on the, you know, on the top one. But yeah, and it's easy to flip with the tabs. And just grab a tab and keep flipping. And then if you wanted to, oh, this one's not upside down. So if you wanted to, you could flip it over, and you know, you can view the pictures from this side. But it, depending on how you put your pictures on there, they may be upside down. But yeah, that was my quick little project. And let me tell you what the measurements are. So I cut a, this is a 110-pound cardstock because I wanted it to be nice and sturdy. So I cut this at 9 3/4 by 3½, okay? And then I scored on the long side. I started this way. On the long side, I scored at 3½. I scored at 7. I scored at 8, and then I scored at 9. And then I folded it in half, okay? And then this is your bottom. So you fold this up accordion style, okay? And then you glue that down, and that becomes your little stand. And then so put your mat. I found it easier to put my mat on there first, whatever image you're going to use, like this. I found it easier to glue that on there, and then punch your holes. Like I said, it's the perfect, it is the perfect size. Oh, I closed it. It is the perfect size. Now, my covers, which are the these right here, I cut the first one at 3 5/8 by 3 5/8, and then I just reduced the size. I didn't write it here, so I don't know what I cut it at. 3 by 3. So the first layer is 3 5/8 by 3 5/8, and the second one is 3 by 3. So this is the first one, and this is the second one. And then my holes here, my punched holes, are 1/4 of an inch away from the edge there. And I think that's it. That's all you need. It's really, really simple, guys. Like I said, you can make it extend out. You can make it taller if you wanted to maybe decorate, you know, the bottom half. You could make it taller. But I just like this for a desktop. That would be great. And yeah, that was what I made, guys. I thought I'd share that with you. And yeah, there we go. All right, guys. Thank you so much for watching. And I will talk to everyone later. Y'all have a great day. Thanks a lot, guys.